Slurpty derp, my G's. So I've not really talked much at much length before on what's actually inside my Discord community. You guys already know, even if you're just on YouTube or on Instagram, you guys already know some people like Digipax and Eve who have signed tracks on my label, and they've been in the Discord for ages. I actually set the Discord up in 2020, I think it was just during lockdown, and I've still got so many of the same people in there, and we've got like a really sick tight squad. But having that community has enabled all of us to grow together and improve our production just to like the next level. And I think, yeah, just having the right people around you that you can share tracks with and bounce ideas off is just, yeah, so helpful, not only to improve your technical skills, but also to actually find your own sound as well. And that's what's really happened over the last few years. And we've got a bunch of different kind of chats in the Discord. So you've got, firstly, the Fire Team chat, which is kind of like the main chat where important events get announced and things like that. Then we've got the feedback stream, which is where we do like a monthly live stream on YouTube where we just submit either a finished track or a work in progress, doesn't really matter, and just, yeah, get some like public opinion and feedback. And so that's where we like submit the tracks for that. And we've got our focus group, which is where we talk about ideas for like a group masterclass that I'll teach, and we'll like plan it through there. So probably once every 6 weeks or so, I'll do like a group coaching session, and that's how we arrange that. Then we've got artificial music. This is where this was born within the Discord as well. This is obviously my label, and yeah, people, for example, Digipax and Eve have been in the Discord for a while and have become part of the label, but I'm sure others in the Discord will as well. In some ways, I think of it sometimes as like a youth academy, even though obviously most people in my Discord are actually older than me. But yeah, this is where we have we talk about. Well, we post links to like the new label releases. We discuss artwork. Sometimes I get feedback for artwork, and yeah, and making content for the label. We kind of do it together sometimes as a unit. Then we've got Post Your Tracks, which is probably the most used channel in my Discord, I would say. And this is where people probably post in every single day. And that's where you, if you are not in the Discord, want to join, will probably get the most value, because you can immediately, once you join, share something you're working on and get instant feedback directly on that day from other members. And so that's probably like the most active channel that we have, and probably the most valuable one, I would guess. Then we got presets and samples. This is where we'll sometimes like share offers to presets and samples that we see online, or I'll drop some free presets or samples in there sometimes. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Similar thing with plugin deals. This is quite a popular thread as well, or yeah, channel. We have like almost every day probably someone's posting like a sale or an offer in there. So that, you know, we can all have more gear with no idea. We've got Squad Collab. This is one that is not used so much. We used to do like big squad kind of collab things together, but I think most days people are focused on their own individual progression as an artist. So sometimes we'll do like squad collab events on that. Off topic, this is great because this is where we just shoot the breeze, just like chew the fat and just talk nonsense, like on the weekend or whenever, when we just want to, as boys or as girls as well, because obviously we've got boys and girls in our Discord, but just yeah, essentially just talk nonsense and have a laugh, and nothing serious about music in this chat. Then we got non-D&B music as well. Obviously we're all music lovers and we don't necessarily only listen to drum and bass, so sometimes we want to share like other kind of music that we enjoy. We'll do it there. We got suggested tutorial. This is where the guys will sometimes, the guys and girls, I should say, will sometimes throw some ideas at me on what they want to see, like on the YouTube channel and things like that. Post your mixes. This isn't as popular because obviously recording a mix takes ages, but occasionally someone will record a mix and throw it up in there. And yeah, it can be a good way to share your own DJ mix as well. Production tips. This is obviously, yeah, really important one. I used to share quite a lot in here, I tend to share a lot more production tips on YouTube these days than I do in this particular channel. But often a lot of the other guys will show like more unique and specific DAW related tips and stuff like that, because we've got people that are using all kinds of music DAWs, like not just obviously Logic, there's Ableton, FL Studio, all kinds of DAWs, and often people will post like specific things in there. Dark Disciples, this is my sort of the hidden back room, the VIP room, where you have to pay a little bit more to get in, and we sometimes chat in there in a little exclusive club behind the ropes. Travel Inspiration, you guys know I'm a big fan of traveling, and some of the other guys in there are really into traveling as well. So sometimes we just want to share like travel tips, because it's a family. It's more than just drum and bass producing. We have other hobbies and passions that we want to share as well. So traveling is like a big one. Then we got podcast. I've done quite a few podcasts in the past. We'll do some more on the YouTube channel as well. So some of these will be with like people on the label. I know there's a release coming up soon from Sozin, who is a really interesting guy, and actually in his 60s, making drum and bass still, but really, really good drum and bass. And so definitely going to get him on a podcast soon. What else we got? Careers. This is where we sometimes ask advice for, careers that we're like, if we're doing, some people have got jobs like outside of music industry, and sometimes we just want to talk about that and ask like, tips for an interview, or it could be something really random like that. It's not as popular of a channel to be a conversation channel, to be honest, but we like to share our successes outside of music as well. If someone's got a new job and is making more money, that kind of stuff, well-being. This is something that's really, really important to our Discord, because we all struggle with daily battles and things like that, and we all feel comfortable enough to open up to each other and say, look guys, I'm having like a really tough like week. It's like I've just been like like one thing after another, and I'm just feeling a bit demotivated, and just like opening up and sharing that, and then getting like instantly 10, 15 guys like messaging back like with positive reinforcement and stuff like that. That's like a really, really important part of our Discord as well, because it's just like we're there to support each other, not only with our music, but also with any kind of other issues we may be dealing with. Production fails. This is just a bit of a funny thread, where we'll just share like if we just did the most stupid thing, like lost a whole project or something like that, and you want to feel little bit better about yourself, you can post it there. Then we got the Recycle Center finally, which is where you might have like a work in progress or a project, and you're just thinking, I can't really figure out how to finish this, I'm just going to give it away, and it'll just like give like some stems away or give some samples away to the rest of the gang. Those are like the kind of text channels that have just evolved over time, and it's kind of like, I think it's been set up for like 4 years or so now on my Discord, so it's sort of evolved to this. It's pretty solid, like the channels that we've got now. I'm pretty happy with it. Occasionally the guys will suggest like another idea, and I'll happily implement that, because I'm there to serve them essentially. I'm not like obviously I'll set it up, but it's really evolved as like a group thing over time, and so it just kind of ebbs and flows, and we just kind of know it just kind of like just propels itself forwards now, if you know what I mean, which is wonderful. It's really, really exciting. I thought I'd just share that with you guys, in case any of you here on YouTube, for example, ever want to join and you want to know what you're getting yourself in for with my Discord. As I say, this is not like, it's not just a video for me to promote my services to benefit me. It's really something that has evolved to be something bigger than I could ever have imagined, and I'm just so glad that I started it and that I get to be a part of it. And because of the results that I've seen through it from producers that have been in there since the beginning, since lockdown, and are still in there now, and just like looking back on how their music used to sound, and then seeing how it sounds now, and being like I'm almost intimidated and scared of how good some of them have become. Is like, I need to step my own game up, But having that community where, like I said, you can get technical feedback, but also you can be part of like a yeah, almost like a lifestyle, you know? It's just awesome. So in case you have no idea what goes on in my Discord, that's the kind of stuff that goes down in it. You are more than welcome to join if you think it's for you. Links are down below. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out. Much love.